Hi guys, welcome back. I presume you have all set up your work environments and you can successfully see the application, the welcome screen. Next step is scroll down into the video you're watching. Scroll down and you'll see this link in the description. Says source code is hosted on GitHub. Open that link, and this is all the front-end files I have prepared for all of this. So just download it, and after you download it successfully, unzip it and copy the contents of this file into, so open it up and copy these files. Leave the license file, we don't need that, and open up your editor and then create a new folder called starter. In that folder we're going to be pasting these files. Now once we have all the files copied, you'll notice there are two folders essentially. There's a public folder, there's a resources folder. So the public folder contents have to go inside the public folder. So go in the public folder and just select everything and get rid of everything, we don't need it. Similarly in the resources, in the views, delete the views folders completely, we don't need it. Now select everything in the public folder, in the starter folder we just copy it, and move it to the public folder. And we're going to do the same thing for the resources view folder. We just copy it and we're going to place it in the resources folder, and then we are going to get rid of the starter folder, we don't need it anymore. Now the next thing we need is we need to look at what we just did. Okay, now every application, the most important part probably is the front end part, because that's what the user looks at before he even takes a shot at the functionality of the application. So and that's really time consuming task, I think, because creating a user-friendly design takes time. Now I've already gone ahead and mocked up the website and created the front-end work for all of us, and it includes this CSS file, which is single CSS file, some fonts, font awesome and all that, and images. Now that's just a 404 image that will show up if the URL is wrong or can't be found, or route can't be found. Now that's just the clock you might have noticed in one of the videos I'm using. And then there's a single JavaScript file. I wrote about 10 or 11 scripts to accomplish the goal, and the JavaScript is all minified into one production ready script. So just leave it that way. And of course you will notice there's a features.txt and steps.txt file. I'll come back to that in a minute. Let's take a look at resources view folder. In the view folder you'll notice there is authentic auth folder. That these are the pages for a login, register, and a reset, and the password, and they have been touched a little to I've tried to make them look pretty. That's all it is. The functionality, there's nothing I've changed. Errors, and of course pages. Now in the pages folder is where we'll be spending most of our time, and it has a home folder, it has a home view, and then it has a navigation folder. So we're going to be using top navigation bar and the side navigation bar, and then there is a app dot blade, that is the foundation of our view. So that's okay, all good. Now let's go back to the features.txt. Now every application, before we even start working, we need to understand what we're trying to build here. What's the functionality that this application promises to offer? So I always create a features.txt to that will help you to stay focused and not get distracted by so many other things. And so title of the application, who's the author and the date, and then what this app promises to do. So this app promises to basically a user can manage projects and can use tasks to accomplish these projects, and use subtasks to accomplish tasks. Now how it actually works? Well, basically how it works is there's a version 1 from the top of my head, I decided to strip the application to bare essentials in the version 1 and extend the application in version 2 and version 3. Now in the version 1, we'll be giving a user, we'll be doing all those things. So a user's registration is required to use the application. Well, there's no guest level access because we want to make sure that only the registered users can access the application, because we want to control and manage and manipulate and display our data which is bound to a user. So a guest cannot use our application and its features because we can't really store information in database if it's a guest. User can create projects can have many tasks, and tasks can have subtasks. So basically, CRUD-based application, a user can register, he can create a project can be modified, edited, deleted, and a project can have tasks can be edited, modified, deleted. Similarly, the subtask. If we can achieve this in our version 1, that's going to be the core functionality of our application, and then we can extend the application. We'll be creating events which will be fired when a new task is created or edited or deleted or whatever, and we'll try to incorporate an email reminder service for the completed task and a weekly summary, adding progress bars and some other features, blah blah blah. And in the version 3, we'll be taking it to really next level, where the users will be able to share or delegate the task to the other users. Now this will require creating a complete profile of the user, so you can see you'll be able to give the user an opportunity to update their name, their profile, their location, gender, how many tasks, what kind of tasks their skill set offers, and their performance scores, and everything. So a bit of logic there. Amazing. I'm excited how we're going to do that. So this video explains how to do all this, and in the next video we'll write our first line of code. So I can't wait to see how this application will look like after the version 3 is finished. So I'll see you in the next video. Let's get on to it, and make sure to comment, subscribe, and like. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.